You are welcome to the Messiah Revelation Ministry, which is a prophetic end time ministry. We are preparing for the arrival of the Messiah. You should note that the final trumpet of heaven has sounded. When the Messiah comes, Yeshua, Jesus Christ, you gather his elect from all the four corners of the earth. And this message is to awaken the elect of God, who at the time of the arrival of the Messiah will be scattered all around the four corners of the earth. And the people who fit this description, these are the black people who are scattered all over the world, and those who are identified in Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 2. And this video is done. It is an expansion of a video that was sent to me. And I thank the member of the channel who normally sends videos to me. The video that was sent to me was talking about whitewashing the black characters in the Bible. Whitewashing the black characters in the Bible. And I promised that I would do an expose on that video. And so I am looking at a broad perspective of the people who identify in Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 2. These are peculiar people, and these are people who are holy people, and they are chosen unto the Lord. So let's look at Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 2. Deuteronomy 14, verse 2. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all nations that are upon the earth. And who was the Lord referring to in Deuteronomy 14, verse 2? Which people, what group of people are considered as the holy people unto the Lord? Those who the Lord himself chose them to be peculiar people unto himself, people who are peculiar unto the Lord himself, and people who will be above all nations that are upon the earth. Are there a group of people, or is it a specific group of people who are chosen as peculiar people unto the Lord to be holy and above all nations? They are set apart. And today I'm focusing on the black people as fitting Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 2. And it is based upon revelation. It is based upon the records. So I will not go into details about the revelation. But I've said those who watch this channel are aware that the Lord has a particular reason why things are going the way they are going for black people, black men, black women who are scattered over the world. And it's because they are peculiar. And Deuteronomy 14 verse 2 says, thou art an holy people, and you are chosen above all nations that are on earth. Deuteronomy chapter 14 verse 2. And so I wanted to know the meaning of the word peculiar. And so I consulted the Oxford English Dictionary, and the word peculiar is synonymous with something that is odd, it's strange, it's unusual. When they say something is peculiar, Oxford English Dictionary describe peculiar as something that is odd, is strange, is unusual. And so if I'm here, I'm saying that the black man, the black woman is being identified in Deuteronomy 14 verse 2. And thou art holy nation, and you are chosen as a peculiar people unto God himself, unto the one who created the universe. You are not peculiar to the president of your country. You are not peculiar to the Pope. You are peculiar to the Ancient of Days. And if you know the revelation that I have received, then you know why I'm doing this video. This video is to establish the revelation that black man, black woman, you are a peculiar people, you are peculiar to God, and thou art an holy people, and you are chosen above all nations. A time will come when you will know why I'm doing this video. A time will come when the scripture in Deuteronomy 14 verse 2 will become vividly clear, and you will know that, oh, of course, Deuteronomy 14 verse 2 was talking about the black person, a black man, a black woman, talking about the Negro. You are peculiar, and Oxford English Dictionary describes you as you are odd, you are unusual, you are strange. You are strange because if you are chosen of God and you are peculiar to God, why did God let you go through all the calamities, all the atrocities, all the genocide, and all the captivities that you went through? You went through Babylonian captivity, Assyrian captivity, you went to Egypt, and here in Deuteronomy 28, the Lord who chose you as a peculiar people also told Moses that you will be sent into captivity in Egypt again in ships for a time, and you will be sold as slaves. And that is odd to me. It is strange to me, and it is peculiar to me. And it means that the black man, the black woman, the Negro, the outcasts of Israel, the dispersed of Judah, you are peculiar people unto Elohim himself. Thou art a holy nation. You need to rise up. And because you are peculiar people, you are chosen unto the Lord above all nations. You are also a target for destruction. And Lucifer is aware of that. And so when you were in Egypt, there was a decree that every Hebrew child should be killed. Moses was targeted to be killed, and it was strange, it was peculiar, it was odd that those who are peculiar to God, they were targeted for destruction. You know the story of Moses. It's peculiar, it is odd that the chosen of God, those who are chosen to be above all nations on earth, they will be enslaved, and some of them will not make it, some of them will die. Their bed will be under the sea, under the Atlantic Ocean. They will be thrown into the sea, and they will not reach their destination. It is strange, it is odd. It is odd that those who are chosen to be a peculiar nation unto God Himself, they will be in a valley of dry bones, and there will be no hope for them. And people would think that they are dead. In fact, they conspire against you to destroy you, and they thought that you will never come again. You will not come back alive, and there wouldn't be any hope for you. And so the Lord showed your destiny to the prophet Ezekiel, and Ezekiel knew that you will come back again because you are a peculiar people chosen by God to be above all nations. And there is no wonder why they are whitewashing your history. And so the video that I watched, I'm leaving it in the description box for you to look at it. I think it's about 15 minutes video, but it gives you a history of how the how they whitewash the biblical characters in the Bible. And so this expose is to give you a reason why. The reason is that the black man, the black woman, you are peculiar people, and you are a holy nation unto God. You were set apart to be above all nations. And so you have to go through the calamity that you are going through. You will be downtrodden, you will be wretched of the earth, you'll be targeted for destruction wherever you are, and people will not see you. They have eyes, but they will not see you, because they will pretend that they don't see you because you are not relevant, you don't count. And so when they were counting the citizens of the United States, you were counted 3/5 of a human being. You were not a whole person. And the Constitution of the United States forgot you. And they did it intentionally because they know who you are. You fit Deuteronomy 14:2. Let me read again Deuteronomy 14 verse 2. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth. And so a time will come when you know that the Negro will be above every person in the world. And this is not out of spice, it is not out of racism, it's based upon revelation, and it is recorded in Deuteronomy 14 verse 2. Those who have revelation know that, and that's why the black man, the black woman, you are in the conditions that you are in. And so when we're looking at the Bible, those people who know the Bible very well, including the agents of Lucifer, they know the people that the Lord was speaking about in Deuteronomy chapter 14 verse 2. And so they had to do their work to whitewash the biblical characters in the Bible. And the painters went to work, the movies, the producers of movies went to work, the publishers went to work, and the media merchants also went to work. They are in they are working overtime, particularly at the end times, at the time when the Messiah is coming. And when the Messiah comes, he will gather his elect from all the four corners of the earth. And at that time, people will know the ones that the Messiah is gathering, and they will know who the chosen of God are, and they will understand why the black man, the black woman is a peculiar people unto God Himself, and they will know that. And people are rushing to distort the history of the people who are identified in Deuteronomy 14, verse 2. Why is the black man so odd? Why is he so peculiar? Why is he so strange? He's strange because he's the chosen of God. God set him apart. But if you look at his condition or her condition now, um, there's no hope. And they think there's no hope. But for those who have the revelation, you know that Deuteronomy 14 verse 2 is talking about you, and God has plans about you and for you. He has a covenant for you. A prophecy is waiting on you. The Messiah will come, and he will gather you from wherever you are. Why will he do that? Because of what is written in Deuteronomy 14 verse 2. Thou art a holy people unto God. You are peculiar people unto God, and you are chosen above all nations that are on earth. You are chosen above all nations, and includes America, it includes Australia, it includes the 1948 state that was founded by Lord Balfour and Lord Rothschild, and the and the dynasty of the the merchants, the gold merchants and the merchants of war, those who were behind the First World War, and who engineered the establishment of a so-called state, and they recognize it. Harry Truman, American president, recognized it. They are all parts of the effort to hide the identity of the people who are identified in Deuteronomy 14, verse 2. The holy people who are set apart, those who are peculiar people. Their history and condition presently will not give them hope that they are the chosen of God. But by revelation, I know you are the chosen of God. In the end times, when the Messiah comes, you play a major role in his kingdom, and you will be part of his protocol. And when the 144,000 people are selected, you will be there. I know the Bible has identified the 12 tribes of Israel, from which the 144,000 people will be selected by the Messiah himself. And of course, the tribe of Issachar, they will have 12,000 people selected from that tribe. And I'm here to report to you that in 2012, Easter 2012, and I had a revelation where I saw the sons of Issachar appearing to me, and they appeared as black people. And when I woke up, I found the vision very odd, very strange, very peculiar. How come the sons of Issachar appeared to me as black men, as Negroes? Because they are those who are set apart, holy people, chosen of God, and they are above all nations on earth, including America, including Russia, China, and the 1948 state. You will like it or you will not like it, but the truth is that the black men, the black people, are those who you hate, those who you despise, those who you want them to disappear from the face of the earth. Defeat Deuteronomy 14 verse 2 is strange because the Garden of Eden was in Africa. Historical records show that, the Bible shows that, and how will the Garden of Eden be in Africa if Africa is the place where the God's chosen people lived, and their continent will be recorded in the Bible. And the table of nations in Genesis, Africa is very prominent. And why is that so? Is because Deuteronomy 14 verse 2, thou art holy people, my people, and you are peculiar to Elohim himself. You are odd, you are strange, you are unusual, because you went through a history of systemic genocide and discrimination, and you have still survived. They've killed a lot of you, but a remnant will be alive, and the prophecies about you will come true, and all attempts will be made to distort the history, and if possible um, to to vacate or to cancel the prophecy that is coming to you. But Deuteronomy 14 verse 2 is your assurance. Thou art holy people, my people, and you are chosen above all nations. And in the end times, everybody will see. I'm talking about those who have eyes to see, and they will see that Deuteronomy 14 verse 2 is talking about you. And you should not be surprised because you are a holy people and you'll be above all nations. And if you look at your history, you know that civilization started on your continent. You know that the Egyptian civilization, the Median civilization, it was engineered by people who are like you. They are black, and that history has been distorted. And it took a black man, Sheikh Antioch, to uh, to to come out of the truth for all the centuries of deception, for all the centuries of distortion and lies. A black man, Sheikh Antioch, he was able to prove that the originators of the ancient civilization in Egypt were Negroes, and the United Nations, UNESCO, organized a conference in 1874, and there were 18 researchers from America and Asia and the Arab world. Their wisdom and intellect were no match to the dark-skinned Senegalese scholar Sheikh Anta Diop, and his books were banned in Europe because that is what they do to distort the identity of the people who are holy unto God, those chosen above all nations. And so in the 6th century, and if my history is very correct, there was a mandate to destroy black images in the Bible and replace them with white images. And that was a historic effort to destroy the identity of the black man, the black woman. The Caesars at that time, they made a mandate, they came with a mandate, a proclamation, a decree, a fatwa, if you like it, an edict to destroy all black images and replace them with white images. and that is a history of deception, a history of lies, and it has happened until that time. So a Caesar appointed Michelangelo to do a painting, to paint the image of Jesus Christ of Nazareth as white. If you paint an image as white, it means that the image was in a different color, and you know the color that the image of Jesus was in. It was painted from that color to white. It was not from white to white, it was from black to white. The deception was carried by the Caesars of the time, the pharaohs of the times, and the Nebuchadnezzars of the time, and the Herods of the time, and of course the Almighty Vatican was involved in the deception, the historic effort to whitewash the black characters, the Negro characters in the Bible. And so at that point, they made a white Jesus the standard, the standard, and they preached the lie to the black men and women who they enslaved, and they preached that lie to the oppressed, whether you are talking about the Native Americans who were oppressed, they were subjected to genocide so that their land will be taken away from them. They preach a white lie to black people who are chosen of God, who fit Deuteronomy 14, verse 2. And if God puts you in a predicament, in captivity, it means that he has chosen you. You are the chosen of God. And so the chosen of God went through captivities. And the prophet Jeremiah said in Jeremiah 29 verse 11, God knows the thought that he has for you. It is a thought that is good, and it is a plan that is good, and the plan will materialize at the appointed time. The prophet Isaiah also said that the Messiah will gather you from wherever you are. And they are all saying the same thing because the Lord has said in Deuteronomy 14 verse 2 that thou art holy people unto the Lord, you are peculiar. And when I consulted the Oxford English Dictionary, the word peculiar means something that is odd, something that is strange, something that is unusual. And so here we are talking about the unusual things, the black man, the black woman, and thou art holy people who are chosen above all nations. Isn't it odd that those who are chosen by God, they are hated over the world? Yes, they are hated over the world because the word peculiar, Oxford English Dictionary, means something that is odd, it is strange, it is unusual. It's unusual for those who are chosen by God to be hated over the world and would be the wretched of the earth, would be those who are oppressed, would be those who are suppressed. And it's also strange that their history is being wiped off. Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, he is trying to wipe off the history of the black man, the black woman over the United States. It's very strange. That is the history of people who are chosen by God. Thou art holy, chosen of God to be above all nations. Your position cannot be taken away from you, and they will do everything possible to take away your position, but your position is locked with keys, and the keys are in the hands of Elohim. And so, if you watch Donald Trump, he says if he comes 2024, if he wins the election, he will not allow critical race theory to be taught in America. And it's not, it is peculiar, it is odd, it is strange that the American president will prevent the history of black people from being taught. You prevent it from being taught in schools. It's an attempt to whitewash the history of those who are chosen by God based upon Deuteronomy 14, verse 2. And it's very strange that those who are chosen to be holy unto God, they are subjected to all kinds of humiliation, all kinds of oppression and intimidation, and um, they have been offered food that is given to idols, and they are making sure that they will be defied. They will be defied physically and spiritually, because they know that the Lord has said in Deuteronomy 14, verse 2, that they are holy people chosen by God. And so the efforts has to be intensified to defy their holy garment. And that's why you see America doing all that they have to do to spread sodomy to black nations in Africa. And you also see the condition of the black man, the black woman in Babylon, America, targeted for scrutiny, targeted for profiling, and targeted for elimination. And their groups are being monitored, and those who have been awakened, and those who know they are Hebrew Israelites, they are being put under surveillance because it is a policy initiated by E. Jehovah, director of FBI, that they will make sure there wouldn't be any Messiah coming from the black community, the black neighborhood, because they know that Deuteronomy 14, verse 2 is talking about a holy people who are chosen above all nations. They will do all that they will do, but they will not succeed, because Deuteronomy 14, verse 2 has set the standard. The standard is that there is a group of people who are holy, and they are set apart for the Lord Himself. Now they are not holy, and now they don't even know that they are the people that Deuteronomy is talking about. But the awareness is going on, and they are aware that Deuteronomy 28:68 talks about them. Moses said that the Lord told Moses that his people will be sent into Egypt again in ships. And they are aware that Deuteronomy 28:68 is talking about them, and definitely they are aware that Deuteronomy 14, verse 2 is also talking about them. And so that is the hope that I'm giving to you, that you are holy people chosen by God, and you are set apart, and you'll be above all nations, and a time will come when this prophecy will be fulfilled. But for me, I know what I'm talking about. God has chosen you, and the black man will have a peculiar position in the kingdom that is coming. Thank you for watching this video.